Ben continually each year would just make the requirements. He would struggle, he would work so hard, but he would constantly just barely make the requirements, and so it was a struggle.
He had trouble with reading, he had trouble with spelling. He made good grades, but every week we would do the spelling words over and over and over. He would actually make a decent grade, you know, some A's, some B's, mainly B's. He'd miss a couple words every week. But the following week, or anytime they did a review of spelling, he would bomb them. He never retained it.
Sarah's experience at school before she came to the Roberts Academy, it was a struggle. She didn't feel like any of the other students because she couldn't read.
He would say, you know, he would take a test and they would focus on time testing to prepare for the FCAT, and he said he would be doing his test and he would feel everybody around him finish, and he said, and it felt like everybody was watching him, so to get it over with, he would just start to bubble in and, you know, just turn it in, and I would see on his test that, you know, he would be doing really well, but then towards the end it was just, you know, he would bomb it. Everything was marked wrong, and I would ask him, what's happening? And that's when he would tear up and say, well, everybody's watching me, they're paying attention to how long it takes me to do things, and they're having to wait on me. And that was just, it was devastating for me, because I understood that pressure from all the other kids to complete it.
She didn't like school. She didn't like to pick up a book. She never would read signs going down the road, because she just couldn't read. She couldn't put words together. They just, she said they just looked like letters on a page. Nothing made sense to her.
Before he came here, when he would read one sentence right, he would say the word right, but then when he'd go down to the next sentence, the same word, he'd mess up, and he would, you know, cat, he would say T instead of C, and so it was like he was pulling letters out of the sky, and I can just remember my middle son getting so frustrated with him. We started putting pieces together, and so that's when I contacted you guys and got him tested.
Instantly, that first day of school, he gets in the car and he said, it was really good. And I'm like, it was? He said, oh yes, it was really good. And then each day, I would see light bulbs go off. He would, he'd come home and say, Mom, did you know that when this letter is with this letter, it makes this sound? He's, I never knew that, you know, and he would get excited. There was just suddenly that, that weight was off our shoulders, that fight every night with homework and studying, that was gone. It was just, a delight while he was here.
The first week after she was here, she came home, and I remember her saying, Mom, there are other students just like me. I'm not different. And it was so exciting to see her come home and be proud of making good grades and really understanding what she was reading and knowing how to put words together.
When he transitioned, we wasn't sure what to expect. We were both very nervous. I was nervous as a parent. He was nervous as a child and as a student, but he exceeded all of our expectations. He made AB honor roll the first 9 weeks. He does struggle. He has to have extra help, but he's done a wonderful job, and he's making it, and he's doing just wonderful.
When your kid struggles, as a mother, you feel like you want to do whatever you can, and when you can't help them, it breaks your heart. But this school gave him so much confidence. He loved it. He used to fight with me about going to school, but when he came to Roberts, he didn't fight me. He was excited to come. He enjoyed it. It was the best experience that we had.
The Roberts Academy is the place to be when your child is struggling. It was the best thing for Sarah, because she can now read paragraphs. She can sit there and figure out words and know that there are other students just like her, and that there's hope for her.